I'm speaking with Neil Perry from PopTent. Can you please tell me, Neil, why has video gotten so big?
It's just simply a matter of what people are interested in. So consumers are demanding video online. They no longer are interested in reading a black and white text. Oh, it's so much easier to take a look at a video.
Yeah.
That's what they demand, that's what they're looking for, that's what we're trying to provide.
What are you doing with video right now? I mean, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about PopTent lately. Why are you guys getting so big?
It's a couple of reasons. One is we're able to provide a lot of the type of content that people are interested in seeing at an incredibly low cost with the same high quality that you would get from a traditional agency. For example, when you talk about quality, we actually had a spot appear on the Super Bowl for Dan and Oikos. So that
hysterical spot, by the way,
the
head slam spot.
Yeah, it featured John Stamos. It was remarkably well received. I think it's still rated in the top 10 of all the spots. But again, the key here is the demand is so high, companies like PopTent have to come along to be able to find solutions to provide that content at a low cost.
So I just want to hear your top 2 pieces of advice. What can companies do right with video?
Well, first of all, you could videoize your entire website. So anything you have on your website right now that is in black and white should be changed. It should be people talking to their customers. Not only executives, but the guy who's working the front counter. That should be the first approach. And the second approach is look for alternative sources of production. You can get the video you're looking for through alternative methods. Find creative ways to videoize your website.
Those are so great. So tell me now 2 ways companies are using video incorrectly. What can you do wrong with video?
Well, the first thing you can do is spend an inordinate amount of money on a showcase spot and then overrun it. Many companies right now are running some of these commercials for so long on so many channels that the wear out is unbelievable. And the second mistake they're doing is when they've finally worn out the commercial, that's when they're putting it online. And that's even worse for the consumer engagement because the people who are seeking you online are your loyal customers, the people who really care about you. And you're going to show them the same dumb commercial you've been running on primetime TV for a month. Go out and get fresh creative.
Okay, so online does not get the leftovers.
Exactly. We should be the first in line.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so final question that leads me right into, should the video experience on each device be unique or similar? You know, I've got my iPhone, there's the tablet, there's the laptop, there's the TV. Should the video experience be the same or different across the different platforms?
Well, there's certainly an advantage to having a consistent message across all platforms. So you can't go totally off the wall on it. But the reality is you have to match it up to the device environment. A computer is a lean-forward environment. An iPad or a tablet is a sit-back while you're watching TV and a casual kind of look and a casual type of viewing. And the phone is when you're on the run. When you don't have time to grab either of the 2 devices. The creative messages should flow in that type of a context. You have more time when you're leaning back, you have less time, but are much more intense when you're leaning forward, and when you're running down the street, it's got to be short and sweet.
I'm going to cheat in one more question. I just want any advice you have about distribution. I mean, I've heard that once you actually create good content, you should get it into all the right channels. You know, make sure it's not just on YouTube, make sure it's on your site, make sure it's in a lot of places. What's your thought on that?
Well, the problem is a lot of companies can't figure out whether they have the right creative. So what I always advise a lot of companies is go out and produce 4 or 5 pieces of creative and then go out and make a small buy with all 5 and evaluate the performance of each one of those 5. And then as soon as you figure out which one is really resonating with your consumer, that's the one you put the million behind, not before.
Neil, thank you very much.
You're welcome.